I'm your host, David Niecikowski, and today I'm going to show you how to play Santorini. Santorini is an abstract family game. The number of players is 2 to 4. Average playing time is 15 minutes. Ages 6 and up. It involves grid movement and tile placement. And if you play with the optional god powers, variable player powers, and it's published by Roxley. The object is to move one of your 2 workers on top of a level 3 building. But you must also avoid a situation where you could not move or build with either of your 2 workers. And if that happens, you lose the game. Here are the components. So you see here is a stack of level 1 buildings, level 2, level 3, and a dome. And here I'll show you in more detail. Level 1, 2, 3, and a dome. And when all put together, it looks like this. And the reason why you have a dome is so that you can block a player from moving on top of a level 3. So this prevents future movement. Here are the optional god powers, which I'll explain in a little bit here. The start player is the youngest player who will place their 2 workers, and then the next player will place their 2 workers. Turn order starts with the youngest player and then the next player. A player must move a worker and then build with that same worker. So here's movement shown. You see the blue worker can move to any space diagonally or horizontally or vertically. And if on top of a building, you can move up 1 level, but you cannot move up more than 1 level. So that's why you see that X there on top of that level 3 building. So let me demonstrate here. So here's the blue player, is the youngest player, places their 2 workers. The next player will place his or her 2 workers, and now we'll begin the game. So the blue player can move either one of these workers, keeping in mind, so if the white player is here, cannot move into an occupied area or build in an occupied area. So first I'm just covering movement. I move here. Now if there was already a level 1 building here, and then a level 2 building here, the blue player could not move up to the level 2 or even a level 3. You can only move up 1 level. So the blue player could move here, and the next turn move here to a level 2. And then if there was a level 3 building right here, again I'm only covering movement right now, if there was a level 3 building, then on the 3rd turn move up to level 3. So let's take a look at building. Building, you could after you're done moving, you must build an adjacent space. So let's take a look at that same situation. So the blue player, let's say it was just like this, moves here, decides to make this a level 2. Then the white player moves here because you take turns, places a level 1 here, cannot place it here over the blue, places it here. Now it's the blue player's turn. The blue player goes here, builds a level 3 here. White player is going to try to block the blue player from winning next turn. The white player will move here or even here, it doesn't matter, but it moves here and places a dome to block the blue player from going top of a 3rd building. So now it's the blue player's turn. The blue player can jump down any number of levels, decides to jump down here, and then build a level 1 here. The white player now moves, decides to go here off on his or her own, decides to build there. Blue player goes again, decides to move here, builds a level 2. White player is not paying attention, builds a level 2 here, which is not the best move because now they can't go up there. So they'll have to build a level 1 over here to try to get back up there. So the blue player goes here, builds a level 3. The white player is going, oh darn, I can't stop them. So instead of calling the game, just we'll move here, build a level 2. Oops, got to stack the right ones. And now it's the blue player's turn, and the blue player just won. And that's because the white player did not have a worker within range to build a dome to block that play. So here's again another diagram of how they stack up. And domes prevent workers from moving on to a level 3. And now there's some optional rules, so you can play with gods. So here, for instance, is the simple gods. It's the first 10 cards, and they're easier rules. So the way that works is that the challenge player picks 2 of the gods that they want to play with, and then the second player chooses which of those 2 gods to play, and then the person who challenged by picking the 2 gods gets the remaining god. And then there's different rules in the rule book, which I'll show here. So you have to look up their different powers, and they basically affect how the game plays as you move along. So if you go back here, for instance, Apollo, your worker may move into an opponent's worker space by forcing their worker to the space you just vacated. So if I was playing Apollo and I was here, I don't know why would I want to do this. Let's say it's a situation like this, and I move down, I could force the white player to go up like that, which isn't a good move for the white player because he can't jump up to the 3rd level. But it could allow me to force him back there, so it gives me free reign over here. There's also there's advanced gods, which includes more cards, for instance, Aphrodite here. So these cards just require a little bit more effort to use. There's also expansions. So if we get enough likes on this video, at least 100 likes, we'll show you the expansions. That includes the Golden Fleece expansion, and it includes heroes as well. So that is how to play Santorini.